That's a big temple. Oakland, San Francisco. And some buildings around it. Not sure what that building is. But here next to me we've got the visitor center. So we're going to go and have a look.
How are you?
Hey, I'm great, thank you. How are you doing?
Good. All across.
Quentin Dupree, hi.
Good to meet you.
I'm just here on a business trip, and I saw the tower, or the Moroni, so I thought I'd pop in and come say hello.
Good.
Under construction
It is.
for a couple of months.
Yes. Jensen Dupree. That's a unique name. I like that. Is it French?
That has got French origins, yeah.
Okay. So you see on this particular temple, about 7 of them, there's no Moroni.
All right.
But this.
That's interesting.
Yeah, your comment.
So I didn't see the Moroni. I didn't see the Moroni, but I obviously
No,
coming
I
down
know.
the hill there.
You
I
recognize-
expected to see the Moroni.
You saw it for what it was. It was a temple of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. The whole first floor was gutted. It was all taken out. Started reconstruction in February of last year. You could stand at this west wall and look east, and you could see the east wall. I mean, there's literally nothing but the pillars that were left holding it up. On top, a week ago today, I think, or yes, maybe Monday, see the palms, the small ones on top of the first floor?
Yeah.
They were just put back. They'd actually had some leakage problems, and they basically had about 4 feet of soil up there, all the way. It goes all the way around the second floor. It's like a garden area. They had to take it all out. Took the palms out, all the bushes. See a couple trees on left and right. Everything, so they could redo the membrane.
Okay.
Put a new membrane in.
For the waterproofing.
And then they put about 18 inches of compressed styrofoam in there on the bottom as a base, because they didn't need all that soil.
Yeah.
They cut it in half.
Okay.
And after that, that's on top of that styrofoam, they put the soil, and then they laid the cement. Okay, they just poured the cement on top of that. So you've got bushes and plants and flowers and palms, and they've obviously sequestered them so the wind is not going to...
Yeah.
We're going to step back over here as the rain
That's
drops
right.
a little bit.
And the ground level, was that mainly baptistry and those kind of things, or what are the different levels?
Yeah, what you've got... let's step inside for a second. So what you've got is on the top level, very top, is a celestial room.
Okay.
Under that, on the second level, is the ordinance rooms. So
Okay.
you've got 2 huge ones. I don't know if you're familiar with other temples.
Yeah.
LA. They've got this huge ordinance room, over 100
Alright.
people you can put in them.
There you go. You also you go from room to room, right?
Right, you've got 2 big ordinance rooms and then 2 smaller rooms. Okay, and up on top is the celestial room, as I mentioned. Everything down below is really your laundry and your dressing rooms and your offices and 2 chapels, and you're right, the baptismal font. That area, before, it was kind of a circuitous route to get to the baptismal font. Once in a while we'd lose a deacon or a priest or a laurel wandering in the temple somewhere.
Exactly, yeah.
But now the door has switched from this west side back to what it originally was down the middle. And so you've got a double waterfall coming down, you've got a reflection pond. Actually, something else about this temple, there's no windows on the temple itself. On these wings, they just put windows in for the first time.
All right.
So you've got some passive light.
No Moroni and no windows, but
Everything
interesting.
inside, you got what it counts. So that's good. And we are the repository of all packages. So that is being done. The open house is going to be May 11th to June 1st. I don't know if you're going to be in the area.
no, I'm leaving today, actually. I've been here for 3 weeks.
Oh,
and all around San Francisco, and this is my route back home, so back to the airport.
Where's home?
So Cape Town, South Africa.
Okay, great.
So every time I come to the US, I try to go to a temple and do some ordinance of some sort. But
I wish we could accommodate it.
Not this time.
Downstairs we have a family history center. We can get ready for when you go back home.
Yeah.
You've got one temple down there, and the next one is Zimbabwe. Where's the next closest temple?
So they're busy building the Durban temple.
Durban.
So Johannesburg is obviously been there since '85, and the Durban temple will be ready in June. And a couple from our ward will be the first temple presidents there.
Great.
And then they're building one in Harare, I think. Not sure. And then there's obviously a couple more further north up in Africa.
Yeah, on the western side.
Yeah.
But at any rate, a lot of effort. They've reconfigured how you go through the temple. Now the baptism font is right behind the recommend desk.
Okay.
So the kids can go straight
right there and right
Before it was up and around and down and through and out this side. So it's really convoluted.
Yeah.
Also, the reception areas on this side, on the west side, which is the old entrance, and the old recommend desk. Now it's moved back to the middle where it originally was. And if you think about when people get married and they have a big group, there's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement, and the decibel level goes up. So all that is separate from the recommend desk, which is great. This is a building that's unique. You're not going to find this anywhere else in the church. That's a 1,700 seat auditorium. We put on big musical. Let's step back out for a second. So we try to make it as reverent as possible when we play the Christus in there. There's a narration about 90 seconds. But this is a big auditorium. So you get a huge organ in it and 1,700 seats. This taller structure is the stage, and so you've got your backdrops. You can raise them and put them down. Put on all sorts of major presentations. We have 5 stakes at Upstate Conference here in the area. This is a gymnasium.
5 stakes?
They have conference here, yeah.
All right. So this would be the stake center for those 5 stakes?
It's called the ISC, the Interstake Conference Center. Okay. Yes, to answer your question. This is a huge basketball area with a huge kitchen on the other side. This is the chapel over here, the second from the end, and this is a gym attached to the chapel.
All right.
So, you ever heard of, do you follow NBA, basketball at all?
Yeah.
Do you know about the Warriors?
I don't know all the intricacies of it, but it certainly is something that's...
The Warriors are the champion basketball NBA for the last couple of years.
Okay.
They used to practice here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when they first got started, because it's a huge gym.
Yeah.
And when we got here, a couple months after we were here, in March, there were 17 individual events going on simultaneously in that building. I mean, it's just huge. You got a lot of...
That's
we
amazing.
can step back out of the sprinkler. So there's a lot there. This is the visitor center. There's 12 visitor centers in the world. And
I went to the LA one. That was quite interesting.
Yeah.
A couple of months back. So I'm interested to see...
What's here?
See the visitor center, and then you got the family history downstairs, you say?
Yes. This is parking, and beyond that, you've got the mission president's home up there. You've got the director of the visitor center is up there. The temple president is up there, and the distribution center is up there.
Okay.
So it's kind of centralized.
Now in Africa, we have area presidencies, and obviously in Johannesburg, they're situated there, and they look after southern, sub-Saharan Africa. Do they have area presidents here?
Yeah, he's
over,
right.
I see you here as well.
Yeah, he is also the chairman of the rededication committee, which is keeping him incredibly busy. He's a practicing lawyer, as well as his local area authority, and we have area authorities on top of that. And so it's a very busy time as we're gearing up for the rededication. We had 380,000 people come in 5 weeks. In 1964, when it was first dedicated, we only have 3 weeks to work with, well, 3.5. And so...
Lots to do. And the last couple of weeks are always the worst.
And the temple's not done yet. So.
All right.
Well, you got a little bit of time?
Thank you. Yeah, and I'll spend a couple of minutes inside.
All right.
And I'll take a walk up to there as close as I can get, I guess.
Yeah, go up the middle.
How many of these are there in the temples or around the world? I mean,
The Christus.
mm-hmm.
Are there in almost, I think all of the visitor centers.
All of them. Well, I think of the LA one, but it's been a while.
It's there. Rome, they've got a huge one in that visitor center.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try to create an environment where people feel the spirit. You know, when they come in, and some people come in and you just want to sit down.
Yeah.
Just be by themselves, their thoughts, get out of the world, if you will.
I think that's probably the best I'll get for coming to the temple.
Yeah.
Seeing that it's closed, so I'll definitely do that for a bit.
How much time do you have?
I've got to be at the airport at about 2, so I do have some time. And how long have you been here? And
Since January of 2018.
okay,
So it's a 2-year call. And we have 2 other. Right here we have 20 sister missionaries. So right now we've got Mexico, New Mexico, Taiwan, and Korea. And the gal from Korea also speaks Italian.
all right.
So the languages most spoken here would be English primarily, obviously. Secondary is Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Tertiary would be Mandarin Chinese.
Okay.
If you look at this temple, look at the corners of the building, all floors. See how it kind of tips up there? A little bit of, exactly, a little bit of an oriental look to it.
Yeah.
When the architect was designing it, as I understood it, he incorporated that
Okay.
to represent.
Give it some of that character.
Exactly.
We have, thank you. We have a temple architect in our ward, Claude Bierman, and he stayed in Salt Lake for a couple of years and is back in South Africa. But he helped design some of the temples and
In Africa.
no, all over the world. So I'm not sure which ones and how many and all the details, but he's still a practicing architect as of today. So.
Well, let's give you a little tour, and then you can kind of, whatever you like to do. Let's show you what's here. Think about